Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D, and it's a 1967 Roosevelt dime. We're looking at it right here. We have a couple different varieties. And of course, those of you who know 1967 Roosevelt dimes know that there shouldn't be too many varieties because they did not put any mint marks on the 1967 coins. So you can look wherever you'd like on here and you're not going to find a mint mark. What does a mint mark look like? Well, let's try take a look one of these coins. 1965 they didn't put mint marks on either. They didn't put mint marks on the United States coins in 1965, 1966, and 1967 to discourage collectors from collecting them. The mint mark on a Roosevelt dime would be right there, right above the end of the date, but there is none. However, they did make this in a couple different varieties, and let's look at one of them. And this right here is actually a really, really nice dime. It's from the Special Mint set. So they didn't put out proof sets in 1967, and they didn't put out uncirculated sets in 1967, but they did put out what they call a Special Mint set. And the Special Mint set that you see here has a different kind of polish on it. And this one right here seems like it's really good condition, but it's worth about $3.50. The Special Mint set itself with the half, quarter, dime, nickel, penny is worth about $14. We tip it up on its edge and we see there's a copper nickel clad copper coin, and we take it over onto the back. We can do it without scratching it too much. And then we see it says United States of America. This is really, really nice. We have some full bands here. Remember that when you're looking at the Roosevelt dimes, you only have 2 sets of bands. On the Liberty Mercury dimes, you have 3 sets of bands and some kind of rope that ties on there. And then, of course, on the Roosevelt dime, you have a torch, and on the Mercury dime, you have a fasces thing. All right, so this is the olive branch on the left, acorns for the oak tree on the right. Down at the bottom it says 1 dime. And so this is one of the varieties, and that is the Special Mint set variety. The other variety is the 1967 no mint marks. We don't know if it came from Philadelphia, San Francisco, or Denver. Could have been made in any of them. If we turn this one over, we see we do not have any. Wait a sec, isn't that interesting? You couldn't even tell those bands were there, could you? So this is what the back's supposed to look like. So there's some bands there. You can't even really tell, and some bands there you can't really tell. And you can't tell this special little cupping at the bottom. But this is what a regular circulating 1967 dime looks like. Look at this one though. See if you can see anything different about it. Well, one of the things I'm hopeful that you can see is that over here, the rim is doubled. That's not from a coin below it. In fact, I'll move the coin out from below it. So the rim is doubled, so it's offset here a little bit. And this sometimes happens when they put the front and the back together. So this is essentially a copper nickel clad copper sandwich. There's copper in the center, very close to pure copper in the center of these. And then the outside is a copper nickel mixture. So when they put this top in the bottom, or the front in the back, or the obverse in reverse on top of the copper that's inside, sometimes they miss it a little bit. So I like this one, and I've kept it for a while, and I was looking for another one, and I didn't find one, except then I saw this one. Now look at this one. This one is offset on the other side. So look back here, we see that there is a doubling of the rim on the back side. And so they missed this one by pushing it too much to the left. They missed this one by pushing it too much to the right. So if we put them both together, you can see that this one doubles on in front of Roosevelt, and this one doubles behind Roosevelt. So look for these because they're kind of fun to find. Is this worth anything? I don't know. Maybe you could get $1 for it because it's so used. And you don't really want to clean them because collectors do not like clean coins. But if you can find these doubled coins, I'd say always keep them, pick them up, mark them so you remember that they're doubled, and just keep them in your collection. Now, how many did they make total? Well, in 1967, they made 2.25 billion coins. If you can get this coin in an MS-65, you're talking about $7, just because so many of them are out there and there's so few varieties. If you can get this in an MS-67 or higher, you're starting to talk into the hundreds of dollars. So if you're looking for these and you want to collect them and you want a valuable one, you have to get it into pristine condition or get an error, or if you want one that's just worth a couple bucks, which is not bad, but a couple bucks, you can get one from the Special Mint set. And look at the rims on this one versus the rims on these. This is just a beautiful rim, goes all the way around, even all the way through. This one way over on the right. This one way over on the left. All right, well, that's all we have today from Big D Coins. Please subscribe to the Big D Coin channel and leave any comments you might have in the comment section.